In today's video, I'm going to share with you a little bit of demo and a bit of my opinion on the NYX Cosmic Metals eyeshadow palette. These are the shades, and in this light they look a little bit washed out. That is because the lights are pretty white and very harsh. So I will insert a little bit of a clip where these lights are not really washing out the original colors of this palette. I do want to mention that as a disclaimer for my other videos as well, that I do feel like at times the actual shade of the palette is not shown in the video because of the strong, the harsh light right into the product. Anyway, in today's video you will see me use this eyeshadow palette along with the NYX Perfect Filter eyeshadow palette. Although I have made a full video using a lot of new NYX products and I have a lot of opinions on all of those products, and those are my opinions, you don't really have to go by them, but that is what I feel about those products. I do want to say, okay, this wouldn't open now. I do want to say that in this video I did use one of the shades from here, and my opinion has sort of changed about this shade from this palette, and you will understand that in the video while I use that palette. But I have used about 4 shades from this entire palette today. I think so, about 3 or 4 shades from this eyeshadow palette. I love this palette and you will understand why while using this in the video. If at all you're interested in knowing how I created this look using this eyeshadow palette, then please keep on watching.
So guys, as always, I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Painterly Paint Pot on my eyelids to work as an eyeshadow base.
For my crease and sort of my transitionary shade, I'm going to go in with this brown, which has an insane amount of fallout, and I did mention that in my earlier videos as well. But for now, I'm going to go in with this one.
So I did switch my brush. I'm taking a smaller crease eyeshadow brush, and I do realize that this time when I used a smaller brush while using this matte brown shade from the NYX Perfect Filter eyeshadow palette, I feel like there's not much fallout if I do use a smaller brush, and I'm just using this color into the crease, going back and forth like always. And once I'm done with putting this color into the crease, I'm going to work with this coppery shade from the NYX Cosmic Metals eyeshadow palette, and I'm using the same shadow brush, and I'm just going back and forth once again, just a bit over the brown which we did apply earlier. I'm making sure that both the colors are blending in nicely as well. This is pretty much real time, you guys, so you get to see that just one application of this color, maybe dipping in once or twice into the palette, is more than enough, and it's pretty pigmented, and I really do love this copper shade. I think by itself also it would look damn cool. This is a cranberry-ish sort of a shade off camera, and it has a hint of brown, which I'm using with a smaller eyeshadow brush and applying onto the center of my eyelid. I'm making sure that this color is nicely applied, and I will actually go over it once again a bit later on, but for now I'm applying it onto the center, and I'm also mixing it with the end of the eyelid shade. The eyelid shade. And once I'm done with making sure that both the eyelids are nicely covered with this shadow color, I'm going to go in with the copper shade once again with a smaller eyeshadow brush, and this time I'm applying it to the inner as well as the outer corner of my eyelids. I'm just making sure that both the colors are nicely blending in with the cranberry-ish shade as well. I'm also making sure that this color is applied into the crease onto the earlier colors which we did apply before. And once I'm done with both of these eyes, I'm going to make sure that I actually go ahead and blend both of these colors, and for that you'll see me use a fluffier eyeshadow brush, which I'm using now. This is a fluffier crease eyeshadow brush. I love to use it for blending, and I'm making sure that I'm blending all the colors into the crease well, and I'm going a little bit above the crease as a transitionary shade as well, so that it looks a bit softened and a little bit diffused at the same time. There's a little bit fallout which I'm sort of brushing away with my powder brush, and I once again went in with the ruby-ish, cranberry-ish, whatever shade that is, onto the center of my eyelid. I just wanted to make sure that this color actually does pop out well, and I'm taking this grayish sort of a shade outside my lower lash line with a flat angled brush. Yeah, I think it's a flat angle brush that I'm using. This one I think is by Elf, if I'm not wrong, and I'm applying it outside my lower lash line. And for my brow bone, I'm going ahead and using my NYX crayon highlighter. I absolutely love this, and you guys have seen me use this in a lot of my other makeup tutorials as well. I think you can use this on days when you're not wearing any makeup at all as well. It does give you a very clean brow bone effect. And after this, I'm gonna go ahead and use my the copper eyeshadow once again. I'm just applying it outside my entire eye makeup, just a little bit outside my outer corners. And for the brows, I'm going ahead and using the NYX 3-in-1 brow mascara. This is the 3-in-1 brow pencil. I'm using the mascara out of the 3-in-1 brow product. I really do love this. This is in the shade black, and I'm not going to fill in that gap. You guys know that. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and apply my falsies. I also did apply my Plum Nature Studio Kajal pencil as my eyeliner and in my inner waterline as well. But a little bit later on, I did the inner waterline. For the lashes, I'm going ahead and using the NYX Stacked Mascara. I will show it I will link it in the bottom bar below for you guys. I do like it actually. And I'm using my Milani highlighter, which you guys know I'm in love with. And I'm actually going to go ahead with the same fan brush and the same highlighter and highlight the brow bone as well, just to add a little bit of glam effect to this entire look. I actually absolutely love this highlighter, you guys. I'm going to highlight the high points of my cheeks, my nose, the cupid's bow, and the chin, obviously. And once I'm done with this, I'm going ahead and applying the Sugar Liquid Lipstick. I don't know the shade of this. I will mention in the bottom bar. And I'm going to finish this entire look with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. And I'm going to pat it into my skin using the Beauty Blender, just so that all of this actually sets in beautifully into the skin.
So guys, I'm done with my entire makeup, and I feel like this palette is pretty cool. Like, I really like the pigment, I love the quality, the texture. I love the fact that only one swatch is more than enough. You don't really have to go over and over and over again unless you want to actually intensify the shade. I love this palette. There's not as much fallout as the matte shade from this palette, I would say. However, this has a lot of foiled eyeshadow shades as well, and you will get to know about that in the other video if I've already published that. I mean, if I've already shared that, or if not, then maybe that should be the next video going up on the channel. So look out for that one. But I do love all of these shades. What I really love about this palette is that you can play with all of the shades. You can create any look. Like, when I actually sat to film this video, I had no idea that I was going to use this cranberry-ish shade in the center of my eyelid. I had no idea about that. I just thought I'm just going to sit with it and I'm just going to see whatever the look turns out to be like. So I didn't really have like a firm, look defined in my head that, hey, this is what I'm going to sit with. So what I'm trying to say is that if you don't really have a look in your mind, you can actually just play with all of these shades. They are pretty easy to wear, pretty easy to play with. And I also want to say that you can use this for a daytime look as well as a nighttime glam smoky eye sort of a look. This shade right here and the cranberry-ish shade, even the brown, the coppery sort of tone, you can use all of these three shades for a nighttime glam look or even a daytime smoky eye look. And the other three shades are very, very wearable. So in case you don't really like darker shades or deeper shades, you can definitely go in for this peach here or this rose gold, sort of a rusty rose gold here, and this champagne gold here for sure. I really like all of the shades, no complaint. The fallout is not so much at all. You can definitely bear with the fallout. I do not have any complaints at all about the fallout. However, while using the cranberry shade, I did feel like there was a bit of a fallout, but you know what, I don't really want to complain about that. I love the shade. I love how it blended into my other shade as well. So that is pretty cool about this eyeshadow palette. Also, I think it's costing about 1,200 bucks if I'm not wrong. In case you do want to buy it, it is available in India now. So I will mention the link to that in the bottom bar. Which one do I like more out of the two? You guys, this has matte shades as well. So if you're a person who likes matte shades along with foiled eyeshadow colors, I would say try and go for this. But if you're a person who loves foiled shades or pigmented shades, like shades which have a bit of glitter and sparkle, I would probably ask you to go in for this palette. But then I have a feeling, I feel like, most of these shades are pretty much there in this palette. Not the same, I would say, but close to same. Like, definitely very, very similar shades. I feel like there are at least 4 colors from here in this one. So I don't know, I just keep thinking like that. There definitely definitely 3-4 shades that I can see. I did say in the other video that there are about 4 to 5 shades, but I feel like there are definitely 4 shades for sure. Like this one, this here, and this here. So definitely 4 colors for sure, in my opinion. I feel like they're the exact same thing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If at all you did like it, please give me a thumbs up. Write your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to follow me on my social media. Have a great day, stay beautiful, spread a load of happiness and a ton of kindness. Bye.